जल्दी नारे लगा जल्दी.
That is under the title Black Wind. और इसका जो दूसरा हिस्सा है, that is about 24 poems in उसमें, that is called The Silent Scream.
Considering I've never been officially introduced to her myself, about 25 years ago, three of us, Prahlad Kakkar, who was then a slim, aspiring filmmaker, who used to dye his hair white to look older, and was a bit of a ladies' man, I must say, and myself, the rookie actor, scrawny and bearded, were sitting together in Mr. Shyam Benegal's office, shooting the breeze, extremely busy, doing nothing at all, when this apparition walked in and took our collective three of us, desperately signaling to each other, kind of stuff, and just waiting for Mr. Benegal to turn around and say, well, this is my team, this is so-and-so, this is, and nothing of the sort happened. And with a straight face, he conducted this business conversation and left. By this time, our impatience was at an all-time high, and we desperately demanded to know who she was, and Mr. Benegal just laughed knowingly and left it at that. So I'm tempted to just laugh knowingly and leave it at that. But since I do have to introduce her, and since I don't have at my disposal the vocabulary, I'll read something to you, which to darkness turns purple. I feel dark inside. They are here, they drive me, dark shadows in my room. She is mad. She has brain a poem and relives it. That is why for an actress, her first take is always her second take. So too with her poems. And my sanity reels. Hurled in a corner, I live and relive my life, closing in on me inch by deathly inch. Vicious, spiteful beings hissing. The role in the film became secondary, and the poem assimilated the first-hand experience of life in Black Wind. The intensity that she lives with is apparent in her lines. There is a desperation, exasperation. She dies 100 times in an explosive moment of life. The liquid is thick as we swallow. She squeezes every experience into a black hole. The gravity is so heavy and intense that all the light she throws up comes back to the star, the sun. She is a big sun. I wonder how she manages to live with this smile, that heartwarming smile. One candle between us and the world beyond. Why is it that I still wait for someone? Yet she doesn't relax. She's too real, too practical. A total contrast to what she is. Her dreams looking for the real, and her reality chasing her dream. Okay, another little introduction which is not quite so poetic. The facts about Deepti's life. Born in Amritsar in the year with painting as her major, right? Is that the way it's true? Painting is the major, right? Then moved to book, speak for her, and that is sufficient for me. I think that it's through her poems and please put those dashed things off. Thank you very much. Please put off your mobile phones, I forgot to mention. Sorry for my French. We let her words speak for her.
Endlessly I roam my inner wilderness, picking moments from life's grays and browns, reminiscing.
The art of self-destruction. The art of self-destruction. No one does it better. I have mastered the craft. Once it is there, sorry to stop. Do I have to remind you people again and again and again? If you must have your mobile phones on, please leave. If it's that important, please, the pattern disintegrates. This fragility offends me. Alarmed yet curious to see how far I can destroy it, I go on until the whole thing falls into a disassembled heap. Elated, I sit again amidst the debris of another relationship.
The other day when I was going for a walk out in the wilderness, a huge sky fell on my toe. A heartless, shiftless, sheer abundance. I struggled to...
Rotten heart, rotten relationships. Strip every moment to stark nakedness. Think hard. Debate. Why should you live? Why? Hurled in a corner, I live and relive my life, closing in on me, inch by deathly inch, vicious, spiteful beings hissing.
Suddenly I was confronted with so much pain. Pain on the faces of women telling the stories of their lives. भावुक होइएगा तभी तो पागल होइएगा ना. One woman would keep saying that to me every time she saw it. I realized that the world was dumped in there for life because no one wanted them back. Even though they were medically treated and cured, no one would ever come to take them home in the walls of a mental asylum. 2 weeks of watching them, listening to them, talking to them, changed my perception of the world in a strange, irrevocable way. An acute level of sensitivity to a point where it becomes addictive. To a point where when you return to the same world, you find everything shallow and a put on.
He struck. Wind struck. The white face fell cracked on the glass floor. Just one light shaft cut across the silence. They've swept away pieces of her.
But she slipped into the wilds, flying beyond their reach. At the magic hour when sun and rain dazzle the earth, she danced, twittering in her left hand, stick in the right, a tinsel crown aslant her forehead. She was one with the elements, with earth, with sky, with slush, with trees, with breeze, dancing, mesmerizing her gods. Her laughter gurgled in the wind, her feet spinning the Buddha. And then the villagers got her, caught her by her feet, dragged her through the sludge.
The river runs through the left vein of her bandaged wrist. She has swallowed a fistful of dreams. Her gut reeks of Milky Ways. All screeching has died down. Only one sound remains. It's the last call, siren for sanity.